On my top lip, I'm applying the green magical lipstick, and on my bottom lip, I'm applying the blue one. If you are a Brazilian, you probably already know exactly what this is, and you might even be feeling a little nostalgic right now. And if you're not Brazilian, welcome to one of the most iconic beauty products from Brazil. Olha quem voltou! Look who's back! Hey! My name is Maite, and here I talk about Brazil and teach you Brazilian Portuguese. Today I'm gonna talk about these lipsticks. The green is the main one, but I also have the blue one with me today. In Portuguese, we call this lipstick Batom Mágico, Batom 24 horas, Batom da Vovó, and for the green one, which was the most popular one, Batom Verde. In the tube, they look kind of wild, almost like neon, and if you've never seen this before, you're probably thinking there's no way this is gonna look good on someone's lips. But that is the whole thing about this lipstick. Once you apply it, the manufacturers say that it reacts to your lips pH, which is basically the acidity of your lips, and it changes color. So basically the color adapts to your skin, creating almost like a personalized look that usually ends up in shades of pink, sometimes lightly purplish tone, sometimes reddish. It also depends on which one you're wearing. And this is part of the charm. Okay, so I'm gonna do something fun. On my top lip, I'm applying the green magical lipstick, and on my bottom lip, I'm applying the blue one. So we can actually see the difference in real time, and depending on how many times you apply it, the color gets darker and stronger. So I think I'm gonna apply like maybe 3 layers. Let's see how it goes. 2, 3. Let's see how long it's gonna take. 2, 3 for the color to show up. Ooh, and how different the colors are gonna be. Let's give it a few minutes. So I bought these on my last visit to Brazil in my hometown at this small jewelry and accessories shop, the kind of place that like sells hair clips, earrings, little purses, random beauty stuff, and things you didn't even know you wanted. And I honestly hadn't seen this lipstick in such a long time, like years and years. And the moment I saw it on the shelf, I was like, no way, I have to buy this. I got so excited. My mom was with me and she was like, why are you so excited about this? And I don't know, I think it was one of those moments where you suddenly remember being younger, still living in Brazil, and going out with my friends, getting ready together. So I had to buy it. Ooh, it's pretty similar, I guess. The top and the bottom lip. What do you guys think? But it's pretty dark. It's very strong, and I love it. So back in my time, and especially among my friends, the green was the most famous one. That was the color. If you didn't have the green, you probably had a friend who did, and you tried it anyway. Now they make many different colors. You can find it blue, pink, purple, but the green will always be the classic one for me. And this lipstick has been around for decades in Brazil, and a lot of people associate it with their moms, their grandmas, which is why it got the nickname Grandma's Lipstick, Batom da Vovó. And it was super popular because it was practical, it lasted a long time, and it was super affordable, like pretty cheap. Today in Brazil, this lipstick is commonly sold by a brand called Bela Femme. That's how we pronounce it in Portuguese. But honestly, I'm not even sure if that was the original brand back then. I feel like there were multiple versions, different manufacturers, and maybe even like no clear brand attached to it at at first. What really matters is that this lipstick survived generations. It went from being something that your grandma used to use, to something your mom used, to something that you as a teenager used, and now it's kind of making a comeback. Partly because of nostalgia, I think, and maybe partly because people were rediscovering it again. I'm feeling kind of fooled because both lips look kind of the same or exactly the same. I don't know. What do you guys think? I love the color. And my lips feel so hydrated that I love it. But okay, now let's talk about the 24-hour claim, because that's a big part of why this lipstick is so famous in Brazil. It's supposed to stay on forever, or at least it feels like forever. So I thought, let's actually test it. I'm gonna drink some water right now and see if it fades, because I feel like normally lipstick is the first thing to disappear when you're drinking something. Let's see. I feel like I applied so many layers that it still feels wet, but let's see. I was actually thirsty. A little bit came off on the glass, but it's still here. Yeah, it really doesn't move. And that's exactly how I remembered it. And I even know people who, when they were like kids, got their hands on this lipstick and started playing with it without realizing it was a 24-hour lipstick. So they literally like drew all over their faces and then had to go to school the next day like that. Obviously, it would come off a little with soap and water, but not completely. So they spent the whole day with like random lipstick marks, stains on their faces. I just know so many stories like that. I also know people who don't use this just as a lipstick. They use it as blush and even as an eyeshadow. I've never done that, and honestly, I'm kind of scared to try it now because it's so strong and it does not come off easily. But okay, I'll test it as an eyeshadow, I think. The green one. Let's see. Okay. Ish, it looks super strong. Okay, and since you guys are basically begging me, I'll try it on my cheek too. Let's see how it goes. Just a little bit. I'm not sure. Okay, it gets the job done. I just feel like I look so pink right now. Okay, I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know which one you prefer. The green or the blue. They just look so similar. Like there's no difference. But let me know in the comments below. My gosh, I just look so pink right now. Now, before someone decides to stir the pot in the comment section, let's talk about a huge problem that shows up whenever this lipstick is mentioned. A lot of people think that this lipstick has lead in it and that it causes cancer. But like these products are tested and certified by Brazil's health agency called Anvisa. And Anvisa has made it very, very clear, like I'm showing here on the screen right now, that lipsticks do not contain lead. And of course, there's a lot of fake makeup out there, so we do have to be careful about what we're buying. But the ones that I bought are from this brand, Bella Femme, which is inspected and regulated by Anvisa. So don't worry, I'm safe. Anyways, recently my niece came over to visit me here in New York City, and I showed the lipstick to her, and she had never seen it before or used it before. I mean, she's only 12, so she's pretty young to know about this lipstick. And she thought it was super interesting that it changes colors. She was pretty impressed, But she also thought that the final color was way too strong for her taste, and she was like, yeah, that's a lot for me. Which I kind of agree now, looking at it. But I'm completely obsessed with this. Like, I'm wearing it every day. It's been so cold here in New York City. It was like minus 15 degrees Celsius yesterday. I kid you not. Like, I'm trying to think in Fahrenheit. I think that's like 5 Fahrenheit. So like my lips are dying. They're super dry, they crack. Sometimes they even bleed a little bit. So because of this lipstick, since it's 24 hours, once it's on, it does not come off. It survives coffee, food, water, wind, everything. So it actually ends up protecting my lips from the cold. I've been wearing it almost every day. And I never thought I would say this about this lipstick again, but here we are. So now I'm really curious. Have you ever used this magical lipstick? If you're a Brazilian, did you grow up seeing this, or did you used to use it yourself? Did you have a favorite color? The green one, the blue one, or maybe another version? And if you're not Brazilian, have you ever seen this lipstick being sold outside of Brazil? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know if this is one of these things that feels like very Brazilian, and if your grandma had one of these too. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!